right, everybody. So this is like really exciting news I've got today. Every now and then we do, um, you know, current events and stuff in the current events. Like sometimes it overlaps into business, whatever's trending in the healthcare space. I like to do because I like to keep current on current events. I'm wearing a mask because Chris is about to join me too. But this is so exciting. I wanted to bring it to you first. We don't need to wait for Chris. Like this is too important to wait for anybody right now. So Greenwich Life Sciences, okay, GLSI, that is the stock. If you look at the stock today, it's up 1,000%. After hours, it's up 33%. Okay, it started the day. Let's go to the 1 day. It started the day at what is this? 520. It started the day at 16 bucks. Okay. And then it shot up to here 129 and then it came back down to 53. Now it's at 57. It closed. Now after hours it's already at 75. Well, why is this? You might be thinking, well, what is this going on? Is it corona? What's going on? No, it's not corona. So Greenwich Life Sciences GLSI is up 2,000% today because it says its GP2 treatment reduced breast cancer recurrences to 0%. So this is something we've got to go in depth on during the clinical scoop when we bring on Dr. Al Jazairli because he is an oncologist. So make sure if you're not subscribed to the clinical scoop, go check it out. Most people, like me, myself included, have never heard of Greenwich Life Sciences before today. But that's not stopping the stock from soaring more than 2,000% on Wednesday. This comes as the biopharmaceutical company shared promising results on its breast cancer treatment. Additionally, it is making plans to advance its clinical trials. So what do you need to know today? To start, what exactly is Greenwich Life? Greenwich is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company that calls Texas its home. Greenwich is behind a new treatment to prevent recurrences of breast cancer. Okay, so as you may or may not know, when people get breast cancer, they usually get the surgery. Now they do something even before surgery. They try to do immunotherapy, then do the surgery in neoadjuvant cases, and then more treatment, usually radiation at that point. And you hope it doesn't come back, but recurrences are fairly high, and so this is huge. This is a game changing. It's an immunotherapy. This is also an immunotherapy known as GP2. This treatment is specifically targeting patients who have already had surgery for breast cancer and are trying to avoid a recurrence of that same cancer. So, the poster at the San Antonio Breast Cancer Symposium, Greenwich Life Sciences published a new poster on GP2. That's the immunotherapy. And that poster is why GLSI stock is soaring. The poster shows the 5-year follow-up disease-free survival curves, or in other words, how GP2 has reduced recurrences of breast cancer in patient populations. Importantly, Greenwich Life Science shared some important conclusions that have the stock up today. The first is that early injections triggered an immune response and lowered recurrence rates to 0%. As a result of this 5-year recurrent reduction, Greenwich Life Sciences is gearing up a phase 3 trial during 2021. This is going to be a very important trial. So gains of 2,000 during the day, but it ended up closing just at 998% up today, which is insane. And after hours, it's up another 33%. This is not financial advice. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with this, but I do wanted to read you the poster. So, poster, Greenwich Life Sciences announces the poster presentation of the 5-year data, which is what I just read. The Phase 2B trial was a prospective, randomized, single-blinded, placebo-controlled, multi-center, 16 sites total, led by MD Anderson. When we go in depth on this, 40 minutes in depth, an hour in depth on the clinical scoop, we're going to be discussing and we're going to be looking at the clinicaltrials.gov and all that stuff. But for now, just know they're going to start the phase 3 study next year in moderate to severe high risk breast cancer patients. So this is the poster. Okay. A clinical stage. The poster presents the 5-year survival rate. For those of you who want to get into the specifics, okay, the reduction of breast cancer recurrences for HER2 uh, and the patient populations, including the demographics for stage cancer, so HER2 positive, receptor hormone receptor status, node status, and prior treatment with chemotherapy. Mr. Patel, Chris, this is exciting stuff.
Exciting.
GLSI closed at up 998%.
I thought it said 2,000.
It was at the highest point of the day. It was up 2,000. It closed at just under 1,000, and then after hours, it's up another 33%. Because they submitted a poster, so their phase 2 study is finished. They submitted a poster today, which says the recurrence rates are 0%, and it's an immunotherapy. And I know we're going to have Dr. Al talk about this on the clinical scoop.
What's typical recurrence?
Typical recurrence is high. It's let's see here. Mr. Patel commented the poster presented at the San Antonio convention. HER2/3 positive phase 2b data. This supports their plan to start a phase 3 study. Recurring breast cancer affects 1 in 8 women.
Wow, that's quite high. So
yeah, 16%.
I was just going to say 17.
Approximately 50% of women with recurring breast cancer do not respond to Herceptin or Kadcyla, resulting in metastatic breast cancer and poor prognosis. Approximately 80 to 85% of metastatic breast cancer patients do not survive.
Wow.
By addressing this unmet need, GP2 may reach a potential market exceeding $5 billion. The trial met all its clinical endpoints, concluding that the first 6 intradermal injections safely elicited a potent immune response and reduced recurrent rates. So this is immunotherapy, but the interesting thing was the study was done after the patients had surgery. Then they give the immunotherapy. So the entire poster is here. I'm going to have links to it on the clinical scoop. We're going to be discussing this. We're going to be looking at the phase 2 study. I think they're going to post the data, but we have the data here with the poster. And I think we can click on the poster.
Well, that certainly explains 1,000% increase.
Right. So, yeah, exciting stuff. You guys, this is not financial advice. Do your own due diligence and see. I've never heard of GLSI prior to today, but I thought it's worth discussing. And it also shows how important clinical research is. I mean, this is kind of why we're all in this industry in the first place. Like this is what we live for. This is why these studies are done. Progress is being made, right? Even if the phase 3 study, let's say this never gets approved, right? Just the fact that recurrence is 0% after a phase 2 study, okay, and that's after 5 years of following up. Mm-hmm. The disease-free survival rate was 100% versus 89.4% in the 50 placebo patients. So this is significant stuff, guys. Let's keep an eye on this. There's definitely going to be a phase 3 study. So if you're an oncology site, you may want to get involved with these guys. I know I'm going to be connecting with them on LinkedIn right now because we just talked to another biotech guy who does oncology. And they do something similar to this. They do immunotherapy. Immunotherapy is the new thing. The thing we're monitoring is the neoadjuvant immunotherapy.
Right.
But exciting stuff. So let us know in the comments what you think. Are you excited about the phase 3 study? And we'll be doing more on the clinical scoop. Take care.